Hello everyone. Today our topic is preposition. So what is preposition? A preposition shows the relationship of a noun or object of the preposition on. Now look at this sentence. The dog jumped on it. So here what is the preposition? The preposition is on. And what is the object of preposition? In the sentence, the preposition on shows the relationship between jumped and it. The pronoun it is the object of the preposition on. So see, as I have shown you here, the dog jumped on it. On is a preposition and on shows the relationship between jumped and it. So it is the object of the preposition. So the noun or pronoun that follows a preposition is called the object of the preposition. As you can see in this sentence, after on, which is a preposition, what is the noun? The noun is wall. So wall is object of the preposition. And in this sentence, after on, which is a preposition, pronoun is there. What pronoun? It. And so it is object of preposition. The noun or pronoun that follows a preposition is called the object of the preposition. Okay. So based on this, we have an exercise. Tick the correct prepositions and underline their objects. So you have to tick the preposition and you have to underline the object. Let's do it. Come and sit. You have two options, after and with, and then we have me. So what will be the correct option? Come and sit with me. With is a preposition, so tick mark. Me is the object of the object of with, so me is the object of the preposition. My father has gone. Again two options, to and with. So what will be the correct option? What will be the correct preposition? My father has gone to work. And what is the object of the preposition? Work is object of the preposition. They went up, or a verb. You have to choose. So the correct option is up. They went up in a hot air balloon. So what is the object of the preposition? Hot air balloon is the object of the preposition. The family sat about or at. The correct option will be at the table to eat dinner. What is the object of the preposition? The object of the preposition is table. So in this way you have to complete exercise A. Next topic is types of preposition. Okay, so there are various types of preposition. Let's see what are the types. Prepositions of place. Look at these sentences. The ball rolled under the sofa. He sat on a bench. In the sentences above, the preposition on and under show the place or position of a noun and a pronoun. Such prepositions are called prepositions of place. So as you can see, student, in the above examples, under is showing you the place of the ball, and in the second sentence, on is showing you the position of he. So the preposition of place, it shows the place or the position of a noun and a pronoun, and they are known as prepositions of place. Next we have preposition of movement or direction. Read these sentences. The deer ran across the road. They walked into the class. In these sentences, the prepositions across and into show the movement or direction of a noun and a pronoun. Such prepositions are called prepositions of movement or direction. So here across is showing you the movement of the deer. Okay, so it is known as preposition of movement or direction because it shows you the movement or direction of a noun or a pronoun. Next we have prepositions of time. Rishi will reach here within an hour. So here within is used as a preposition of time. Next example for preposition of time. We are going to museum on Friday. So see, on Friday. Here on is again showing you the time. So on is used as preposition of time. Preposition of time shows the time of an action. Okay, so the preposition within and on show the time of an action. Such prepositions are called prepositions of time. Next we have preposition of agency. This house was built by my grandfather. He built it with his own hands. So here the preposition by and with show who did something. So in the first sentence, who did something? Grandfather. Or with what? With what? In the second sentence, it is answering the question with what? His own hands. So the preposition by and with show who did something or with what. And such prepositions are called prepositions of agency. Last one we have preposition of manner. The student heard the story with interest. She breathed with difficulty. The preposition with in both the sentences show the manner or way in which something is done. So the prepositions are called preposition of manner. Okay, so here it is showing you that how the action was done. It shows the manner or the way in which something is done, and such prepositions are called prepositions of manner. So we have done various types of prepositions, and now exercise B is related to the topic. Complete these sentences using suitable prepositions. So I will discuss from 1 to 5 and rest you can do it yourself. He left for Mumbai by plane on Saturday. So here on preposition of time. The car went into the hedge. Into preposition of direction or movement. The children played for hours in the park. He completed his work. You can write after or before, both are correct. After or before the performance. To reach the accounts department, the man went down the steep staircase, or you can also write up the steep staircase. Walked across the corridor to its end and finally turned left. So see, from 1 to 5 I have discussed the answers, and rest you in the same way you can do it. Next topic is compound preposition. What is compound preposition? Okay. Now as you can see, what is compound preposition? For compound preposition we have Rima is sitting in front of her class teacher. So see this group of words, in front of. The school will be closed today on account of Diwali. On account of. In these sentences, the words in front of and on account of functions as preposition. Such word groups that collectively function as a single preposition are called compound preposition. So such word groups that collectively function as a single preposition are called compound preposition. We will see some more examples related to compound preposition. Example, they are here because of us. What is the compound preposition? Because of. I would like to thank you for the party on behalf of my family. So if I ask you what is the compound preposition, it will be on behalf of. See, here are some more examples. They are here because of us. So because of, group of words which collectively function as preposition are known as compound preposition. So because of. I would like to thank you for the party on behalf of my family. On behalf. Now look at the table for a list of compound preposition that we use often. So here we have a list of compound preposition. 2 word prepositions, and then we have 3 word prepositions that we use often. According to, ahead of, far from, instead of, along with, as for, near to, next to, as per, apart from, out of, outside of, because of, close to, owing to, prior to, due to, except for, regardless of, subsequent to. So this is 2 word preposition. It is a list of 2 word compound preposition. Okay. Now 3 word prepositions that function as compound preposition: as far as well as, by means of, in case of, in front of, in favor of, in place of, in spite of, on account of, on behalf of, on top of, in addition to. So here is a list of compound preposition, 2 word preposition, and then 3 word preposition. Now based on this topic, we have an exercise. Underline the compound prepositions in these sentences. Then form a sentence with any 3 of them in the space given below. So let's identify and underline the compound preposition. I sit next to Ashmita in school. So next to is the compound preposition. She cycles to school instead of taking the bus. What is the compound preposition? Instead of. The children went to school in spite of the rain. Compound preposition is in spite of. So this is 3 word preposition. There is greenery all around as a result of the rains. A result of. Okay, 3 word preposition, result, a result of. She had to take a day's leave on account of her ill health. What is the compound preposition? On account of. Now students, there are some words which can be used as preposition also, and it can be used as adverbs also. So we will try to understand that when it will act as preposition and when it will act as adverb. Read this set of sentences carefully. Sheba sat in an armchair. He opened the window and climbed in. So in the first sentence, the word in relates the verb sat to the noun armchair. Here it is used as a preposition. So in the first sentence, the word in, it relates the verb sat to the noun, that is armchair. And so here it is used as a preposition. In is acting as a preposition. But in the next sentence, he opened the window and climbed in. So in the second sentence, the word in describes the verb climbed. It is not acting as preposition. It is describing the verb climbed. And so here it is used as an adverb. As you know, that adverb is a word that modifies verb, adjective or another adverb. So here in, it is modifying climbed, which is a verb, and so in is used as an adverb. Hence we see that the same word can be used as a preposition and as an adverb. So you can see that in both the sentences, in is there, but in the first sentence, in is used as a preposition, and in the second sentence, in is used as an adverb. Now how you will identify that when it will be used as a preposition and when it will be used as an adverb? So the simple trick is that if you see after the preposition, if you have an object, as you can see in the first sentence, you have an object, that is armchair. So if after the preposition you have an object, then it will be used as preposition. And if after the word you don't have any object, then that word will be used as an adverb. So we will see some more examples and then it will be clear to us. So to determine whether a word is a preposition or an adverb, check if there is an object following it. The simplest way to do this is to ask the question what or when. If you have an answer, it is used as a preposition, and if not, it is an adverb. So see, I already told you, if there is an object following it, then it will be used as a preposition. If there is no object after the word, then it will be used as adverb. And the simplest way is that you can ask the question what or when. If you are getting the answer of what and when, then it will be used as a preposition, and if you are not getting the answer of what or when, then it will be used as adverb. Look at some more example. She often colors outside the lines. See, the lines, this is the object of the preposition. So here outside is acting as preposition. Please wait outside. Now here outside is describing wait. After outside we don't have any object. So outside is used as an adverb. The children rolled down the hill. Down, here down is used as a preposition because after down you can see we have an object, that is hill. Okay, hills. So it will be used as a preposition. Sit down immediately. Now here after down we don't have any object and down is describing the verb sit. So it is modifying the verb sit, and so it is used as an adverb. Look at the highlighted words and write P for preposition and A for adverbs. Put your shoes on. So in this sentence, on is an adverb. Okay. Keep the jars on the shelf, a verb. Again, a verb is an adverb. I have been living here since 2010. So see, it is answering the question when. You have to ask the question what or when. If you get the answer, then it will be a preposition. So when, it is answering the question when. So here, since is acting as preposition. They live on the floor above ours. After a verb we have an object, so here a verb will act as preposition. She kept the crayon set on the table. Again, after on we are having an object, that is table. Okay, so here on is acting as preposition. This river is too deep to swim across. After across we don't have any object, and across is modifying the verb swim, so across will be an adverb. The child slowly walked across the road. Same. After across, see, we are having an object, that is road, and so across here it is being used as a preposition. I saw him 2 weeks ago and haven't heard from him since. Again, after since we don't have any object, and so since is used as an adverb. So with this we come to end of the lesson, and what you have to do, you can do the exercises which I discussed in your fair copy, and then some more exercises are there, students. Rewrite these sentences using the correct prepositions. So these all exercises, please do it. Okay, so these all exercises you have to complete yourself. You can do it in the book itself. Okay, you can do all these exercises in your book. Thank you. Thanks for watching.